we did Black Panther last week, and now we're doing a tier list of all the Phase 4 Marvel movies.
I'm new to these tier lists, but I've seen them on the internets before, so you'll have to kind of explain it to me and our listeners as we go along.
So a tier list is when you rank different things. So in this case, we're ranking movies, but some people rank weapons in video games, some people rank albums, and so you put them as far as like, okay, this is S tier, this is A tier, this is B tier, and the idea is like some movies are better than others, and you just rank them, and there you go. It's easy. And it's fun.
Right. Okay.
And after we're done, we'll post our tier list on the internets for you to look at.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's always fun. Yeah, and it's always a great conversation on Reddit. They love it. So I think I might post mine on Reddit. It'll be kind of fun conversation. All right. Let me go first, Mike, because I've done this before and you haven't. So let's just do that.
Okay. All right.
How's that? All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
What was the first movie in the MCU Phase 4?
The first movie was Black Widow.
All right, so
came out in 2021.
Yeah, I can't believe that was last year. That's crazy. Like that's just like all these came out less than 2 years ago.
Right. Yeah,
all these came out within 2 years.
Past 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm. That's nuts. That's actually pretty legitimately crazy that this many movies came out in 2 years.
7 movies.
That's nuts. That's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty crazy.
Right.
We live in a crazy world where we can get 7 superhero movies in 2 years. That's nuts. Okay, anyway.
Right.
I'm going to take Black Widow, and I liked it. It wasn't super great. It's definitely not S tier, but it's not D tier either. I'm going to put, would I watch it again? I haven't watched it since, though. I'm going to put it in C tier for now. I might move it later. Yeah, for now.
Okay.
Yeah. What was the next movie?
Okay, so I don't go next. You're gonna keep going.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do all mine, and you go do yours.
Okay, all right.
No.
I need more reasons why you put that in the C tier.
Okay. Will I ever turn on my Xbox and watch it again? Probably not. Did it move the MCU forward? Not as much as I like. I don't like that. The Black Widow is dead. Natasha is dead. I think that was kind of a lazy thing to do, is kill her off in the get-go. And the movie kind of jammed in so much. I mean, it was like it tried to give her origin story. It tried to give like a story. It added a brand new character we never heard of before, and Yelena, which is of course Florence Pugh. She's great. But there's we find out there's a Russian super soldier, the only one they have. And so there's so many different things that the movie tried to do, and they didn't really do all of it 100% correct, like great. And I never really felt like that Russia was represented that well. Like it's supposed to be a movie about Russia, and I never really felt like I was watching a Russian movie. In fact, none of those actors are Russian, are they? No. So it's like
not that I know of.
No, so I don't really have like a whole like Russian culture or anything like that. It just kind of felt like a movie in Russia about some Russians that's not really Russia. It's just like kind of it felt like a paint by numbers movie. Now that I'm thinking about it, and I think I'm starting to talk myself into giving it a D. To be honest, if I'm not careful. That's where I'm putting it.
All right, let's move on before you do that.
Yeah, I might do that. What's the next one? It was
the next one is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Instant A tier, maybe S tier. I gotta wait, but instant A tier. I think that the movie could have had more action scenes. It really slows down after the second fight scene in Macau. It just really starts slowing down. We don't get another fight scene until like the big fight scene towards the end. But the family dynamics, the acting's great. I think the special effects were good. All the actors in it were fantastic. We get Shang-Chi, we get the Ten Rings. They all make sense. I mean, it's just like it's great. I'd put that movie on right now and watch it, no problem. S tier,
really good actors too. All the actors are pretty good.
Yeah. And also too, we learned a lot about like Chinese culture. Like I felt like it was a movie that wanted to kind of present the culture in the right way, and I thought that was excellent. Versus Black Widow that just didn't do that. Now, is it like S tier? Is it like one of the best movies made? No, but it's really good. I'd give it A, no problem. I think it was great. I think it's great.
No, this tier is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Mm-hmm. S tier is S tier for the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. But Shang-Chi doesn't
We're not
deserve
comparing, like, S tier isn't like, what's your favorite movie? Or what do you think's the best movie you can think of?
That's really subjective. There's so many good movies. But like The Matrix, for example, that I've watched at least 50 times. You know, that's the S tier. I mean, that's a great movie. But this, like, Shang-Chi's good.
Yeah.
Next, what came out next?
This S tier that we're talking about is MCU, though. So I just want to make that clear. Okay, all right.
What came out next?
Next up is Eternals.
Oof. Okay, Eternals. When we reviewed it, I liked it more than I thought. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was fun. It felt claustrophobic to me. It felt like it was so pulled away from the rest of the MCU that it could have been a movie about another group of heroes that had nothing to do with the MCU, to be honest with you. I kind of wish that it was...
It's interesting how you say that's claustrophobic, and to me, that feels like freedom.
Okay, that's two different ways of looking at it. But we have some seriously big tier actors in this, like seriously big tier, like some big names. And like I just kind of feel like would I watch this movie again? I don't know. Probably. Is it A tier? Is it B tier? I'm going to put Eternals into the B tier. It's okay. It's fine. It could have been a lot better, but that's why I'm sitting with it.
All right.
But again, the movie's really pretty. I mean, I think it's the best looking Marvel movie they've ever made. It might make me kind of move it to A. I might move it to A tier. That's the great thing about tier lists is that you can move things around until you feel good. And right now, it feels okay in B, but I might move it. All right. What's next?
Okay. Up next, Spider-Man: No Way Home.
S tier, without a doubt, 100%.
Why?
Oh, it's one of, if not the best Marvel movie that's ever been made. Several reasons. If they pulled it off somehow through directing and writing and script and production, they managed to bring all three Spider-Man into one movie, which was amazing. After months of rumors that was going to happen, it actually did, and we were all like, oh my god, they're doing it, which is crazy. The story itself made lots of sense, and most importantly, they took the Spider-Man character from the MCU, removed a lot of the attachments they put on him, and made him the traditional Spider-Man that we all know and love at the very end, bringing him full circle, which we never could have thought that could ever happen. Just a beautiful
spoiler alert. That's pretty much exactly what I was going to say about it.
Yeah, so. it's just a. I mean, we both praised it so hard when we actually reviewed it. It's such a great movie. I would watch this in a heartbeat. Like I would put this on right now and just watch it in the background. I watch it like if I'm on a plane and I'm getting ready to take a flight, I would download this into the Disney Plus app. You can download movies into a Disney Plus app and watch it on your phone. You should try it. But yeah, no doubt, this movie's very S tier without a doubt. Now we have to compare other movies because we have the highest tier movie now. This is S tier. So now the other movies have to compare. Like there's no movie right now in this list that can compare to Spider-Man: No Way Home. That's not going to happen.
Right. Okay. Next up, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
This is actually a good one. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I've watched it twice, actually. Maybe 3 times. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. Even though what they did to Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, even though that's still going to turn my stomach, I thought that the actual movie itself with the script and the plot, and just the way that Benedict Cumberbatch plays Doctor Strange, I thought he played him, even though it's a superhero movie, I thought Benedict Cumberbatch plays Doctor Strange with a level of maturity and depth that we don't really expect. And the movie's just fun. Sam Raimi back. It was great. Sam Raimi did a wonderful job. It's not, I don't know, man. I'm going to put it in A tier for now, but it's really close to being S tier for me, but I don't know if it deserves that tier. It's just missing a little bit something, and it might just be how they treated Scarlet Witch. But I mean, the action scenes are amazing, and they brought in the X-Men, they brought all the multiverse stuff they did. I mean, when we're looking at Spider-Man: No Way Home and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse, when you're looking at those two movies, you can just tell that these two movies are running on a different plane than like Shang-Chi, Eternals, and especially Black Widow. Just looking at visually at this tier list now, I can tell that Black Widow deserves to be a C without a doubt.
Mm,
Just looking at it, because there's no way I can move that up. So yeah, right now, Doctor Strange and Multiverse is a good solid A for me.
All right. Thor: Love and Thunder.
D.
That was fast.
Yeah, we all knew I was going to put in D. So
all right,
terrible movie.
Why? Why?
It's absolutely terrible. It's absolutely here's a couple of different reasons why. I'll give you 3 different reasons. One, the idea that if they could get Natalie Portman to be Mighty Thor for a long period of time, I would have preferred them to get someone else to do it. I know that's not going to happen because they wanted Natalie Portman's name recognition on the movie so more people go see it, which is fine. But the fact that she died in the movie really upsets me.
Oh, you know who it could have been?
Who?
Darcy.
No, that's never going to happen. Like this, no.
I mean, she would have been willing to do movies.
Yeah, but nah, I guess so. But it makes. But even in the comics, it was Jane Foster who picked up the hammer. So it kind of had to be that way. But I don't like.
It doesn't have to be that. It's the MCU. It's different.
I don't know. Well, no, it had to be her. And I think that Natalie Portman did a great job in all the promos when you saw her hold the hammer. I think she looked good with it. Everything looked great. It just kind of makes me upset that she couldn't continue. I don't like the very end of the movie. I don't like we have no idea if we'll ever see Thor again, especially with the new news. I don't know if you heard, Chris Hemsworth found out that he has the gene that makes him susceptible to Alzheimer's, and he's taking a step back from acting. So he might not.
I did not know that.
So he might not act anymore. I would be very surprised if we ever see him in Thor again. And I
just started watching. There's a Limitless with Chris Hemsworth series on Disney Plus. I just started watching that over the weekend.
I think that was how they found out he had the gene, but you have to.
Okay, yeah, because it's all about him trying to extend his life.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's how he found out he had the gene. Oh, that's a weird concept. But anyway,
yeah, like the first episode is he's trying to tackle stress because he wakes up in the middle of the night stressed out about stuff, and so he does all these really stressful things like walking a slack line between 2 cliffs and stuff like that. So it's interesting.
I like the idea of it. Maybe I'll watch it. But anyway, I thought that.
And then finally,
what?
Oh, are you done with Thor, or do you have more to say about it?
No, I have more to say about it. It's a terrible movie. Just like I didn't like the way that Chris Hemsworth played Thor. I didn't think the movie took itself seriously at all. Some of the things they did with Gore. Gore is an amazing villain in the Thor universe. The story behind Gore is super complex. They bored it down too deep. There was too many stupid jokes. Way too many stupid jokes. I don't think the movie ever really cared about itself. And they just thought if we make something funny and goofy, people would go see it, which people did. Super colorful, looks like a bunch of candy on screen. Like literally somebody pouring a jar of Skittles on a white floor. That's what the whole movie looked like. And I guess that's fine. Whatever. I just don't ever want to watch that movie again. It's just not interesting to me.
Okay.
Even though I could watch it again if it's on TV. I'm like sitting there, I'll like stare at it. But
you'll watch it again. Yeah, you'll watch it again.
It's just like, I would have liked this movie far more if it was just Natalie Portman and no one else. Just her as Mighty Thor being Thor. That would have been awesome.
Like Chris Hemsworth Thor dies at the very beginning, and
no, he didn't have to die. He just wasn't around. He just doesn't show up at all. And like it's just
he rides the Rainbow Road to some other place and leaves the hammer behind, and Jane Foster picks it up. Yeah.
Well, but if you looked at the movie, he didn't even know the hammer was brought back together. So we didn't need Chris Hemsworth, but that's a side point. Thor: Love and Thunder, definitely D. All right, Wakanda Forever. I'm thinking about Wakanda Forever, and I'm looking at the rest of the tier list. I'm looking at my S. I got 2 movies in A. I got a solid S, and then I got a rest of B, C, and D. Looking at the movie, I love Namor. We talked about this pretty much, so I don't have to talk about it much again. But I'm going to put this for now. I might have to.
Well, you're a little bit further away from the movie, so
yeah. Will I watch it again when it comes on Disney Plus? Absolutely, I'll watch it again.
I almost want to do another podcast with you after it comes out on Disney Plus, and I watch it again.
That might be a good idea. Maybe we could do a live podcast where you watch it and just talk about it as it's playing. It'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's actually really fun. But okay, so I'm looking at. So I have to. I know
Do a
my
commentary
process.
podcast.
Yeah, my process seems convoluted, but just give me a second, okay? Thor: Love and Thunder. I don't want to watch it, but I would. Black Widow. I don't really want to watch it, but I would. Eternals. I will watch it again at some point, but it's not like something I'm dying to do. Doctor Strange and Multiverse. I'd watch that today, no problem. Shang-Chi. I'd watch that right now. Spider-Man: No Way Home. I will watch that probably every year. You know what? Spider-Man: No Way Home might be my Christmas movie moving forward. Might be a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie. At the end, it's Christmas.
Okay.
It is, though.
All right.
It is.
At the end, it's Christmas.
But is it Christmas, though?
But it's only like the last...
But it's Christmas.
4 minutes of the movie?
It's Christmas, though, right?
It's got to be more than the last 4 minutes of the movie.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I said that.
Okay. All right. Well, if that qualifies for you, that's good enough.
I'm putting Wakanda Forever in the B list.
In the B list. Okay.
Now, let me look at it, and then you get your shot.
Okay.
I kind of feel like Black Widow might be D, but no, she's better. That movie's better than Thor: Love and Thunder. I feel very good about this list. This is a good tier list for me.
Okay.
Package it up. I'm good.
Right. Okay. All right. Where'd you put Black Widow?
C.
C. Wow. Okay. All right. My turn. Black Widow is an A tier movie.
Dude, that's the craziest thing. You just came out here and just like, I will fight everyone. Like, that is a crazy thing to say. How is this an A tier movie? You have to explain.
All right, here's the movies that fit in my A tier. The movies that fit in my A tier, they have to meet this definition.
Okay, what's the definition?
Okay, or this criteria.
All right, what is it?
My A tier movies for the MCU this has to be a bread and butter movie for the MCU.
What's that mean?
This has to be the kind of movie that is where they make their money. It's what I'm looking for out of a Marvel comic book movie.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a good time, man. These are popcorn movies for me. I want to have a good time. I want to be able to eat popcorn, make some nachos, have some Dr. Pepper, and enjoy myself. And I did all that with Black Widow. Had an awesome opening to the movie. It's the James Bond of the MCU at this point. They did the cold open just like James Bond. Really cool cold open for Black Widow. It has Florence Pugh, who stole the show.
Yeah.
And was brilliant throughout the entire movie. Just on her alone, it's an A-tier movie for me. But yeah, it was fun. I'm not a comic book reader, so I didn't have any strong attachments to Taskmaster. I guess people think they did that character wrong. I don't care.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. A tier.
Okay. I'm not going to argue anymore. Keep going with the next tier.
All right. Shang-Chi. Also A tier movie. This is what I'm looking for out of the MCU when I go to the movie theater. It had great action. You know, that scene between the dad and his future wife was really awesome. Gives you Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon vibes. The bus fight scene was great. And then you have the big set piece at the end, which was also
pretty good. Yeah, really
pretty good.
Yeah.
And you know, just the actors are all really good. The chemistry between I'm drawing a blank. Simu Liu and what's her name?
Aquafina.
Aquafina, yeah.
100%.
They have good chemistry together.
Mm-hmm.
Sister's pretty good. The actor playing the sister's pretty good. Yeah, it's, you know, this is what I want out of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
A tier.
I mean, any movie with Michelle Yeoh in it, I feel like has to be A tier. Yeah. Okay. Next.
Where was she in it?
She was she was his aunt.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Because I also watched Everything Everywhere All at Once this year, so I was like forgetting her performance in that movie made me forget that she was in Shang-Chi.
I really need to watch that. All right, go for it.
You do need to watch that. It was good. All right, next up is Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think Eternals sits on my ranking?
It's probably A, knowing you.
It's B tier.
Yeah.
It's B tier.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not A tier. It's not what I'm looking for out of the MCU.
It fits though. It fits. I think that movie's a B tier movie. It just needs something else to get to punch it up.
Yeah, it needs something. It needs something, right, to punch it up. You're right. But it was a breath of fresh air at the time when I watched it.
That's true.
Yeah, it was a good change of pace.
Yeah, I wish some of the things that happened in that movie reflected throughout the rest of the MCU. Like we never heard about the Celestial that's in the middle of the ocean or anything like that. And I kind of feel like,
well, we heard about that in one of the TV shows. It was just a casual reference, but that was it. But yeah, I mean, that's a huge thing. There should be more than just a casual reference to that.
Yeah. Anyway.
But also, I mean, we keep hearing that we're going to see them again somehow, somewhere.
Oh, they're making a second. They're making a sequel. They're making a new one.
Oh, they are. They're doing a like a standalone sequel.
It's going to be Eternals 2, but I haven't heard anything else about it.
Okay.
But I know they're doing it.
Cool. Yeah, B tier. Solid.
That's fair.
All right, Spider-Man No Way Home.
S tier.
It's S. It's S tier. Yeah, it's S tier. Just because of the sheer audacity of what they did.
No, yeah, 100%.
You've got 3 actors that have played Spider-Man over 20 years or something like that. Mm-hmm. 2 studios that are partners and at times adversaries.
Yeah,
pulled that off. That's and kept it relatively like. I mean, it was there were lots of rumors about it, but it was never like totally 100% confirmed.
It's a logistical feat. Like it's like, hey, Tobey Maguire, right. We need you to play Spider-Man again. Please just tell us how much you want. You know, it's like, because we need you in this movie. It's not going to work without you in it. So it's like, the first they had to convince those 3 guys to do it, and then they had to get everybody else on board. But
and it wasn't hokey.
No,
it could have been really, really, really hokey.
It could have been really bad. It was, and like it just every second of that movie is a joy to watch if you're a Spider-Man fan. It's like if you're a Spider-Man fan, it's everything. The only thing that movie didn't have is Miles Morales. That's it. But everything else was worked.
And the end of it's the best part because it gives me a few minutes or seconds or whatever of the Spider-Man that I've always wanted from Tom Holland, and that I really, really, really hope we're going to get in his next 3 movies.
And it reminds you why you love Spider-Man. Like, yeah, there's so many different times in Spider-Man, Far From Home, Spider-Man, Homecoming, where it's like I like this kid. I think he's great, and I like what they're trying to do, but it doesn't feel like my Spider-Man 100%. And then finally, they were like, "Here you go." You know, like it almost makes it feel like they were just ramping up to this moment, and it's really an impressive movie. It's really great. I really want to watch it.
Is the term for the Spider-Man? I've been using the term for the Spider-Man that I like as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
That's the correct term.
But I've heard another term. Is the other term ground level?
I like that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I like that. That's if you say that, that's the Spider-Man you understand and you love.
Yeah. That's what I loved about.
I'm still trying to get him in the Marvel Snap. I still haven't got him yet, so can't wait to get Spidey.
Oh yeah, I don't have him either. Yeah,
his power sucks. It's not very good power. All right, next up.
All right, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, A-tier movie.
Yeah, agree.
Again, this is what I'm looking for. It's the bread and butter of the MCU. It was really fun. Had lots of great action scenes. Pretty good story. Nothing majorly wrong with it. I liked seeing Bruce Campbell in there again. That was pretty neat. And Sam Raimi pulled it off.
Yeah, that movie's great. If Spider-Man No Way Home never got made, then Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness would be S tier. But because Spider-Man was made, it's hard to get Doctor Strange up to that level. It's just hard to justify. But it makes sense to be right next to Shang-Chi. Now, I want you to visually look at Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, and Multiverse of Madness, and Black Widow together on the same tier. Does that make sense to you? Absolutely,
it does. It does to me. I'm going
to move it. That looks terrible.
They are exactly what I want out of the MCU.
Okay. All right. It's your list.
It's like they tick all of my boxes for comic book movies.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Where are we at? Thor: Love and Thunder.
D. It's terrible. It's a terrible movie. Where are you going to put it? You're not going to put an A. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
It's a C tier.
All right, thank God.
C tier. Yeah.
Jeez.
I enjoyed it, but it's not great.
No, it's not.
I mean, that's kind of all I have to say about it. If I didn't enjoy it when I was watching it, it'd be D tier for me. But I enjoyed it when I was watching it. I just looking back on it, I could take it or leave it.
No, that's how it's supposed to be. It's take it or leave it. 100%. Good.
Yeah, I don't need to see that again.
No, I mean, if I like, sometimes I go to a bar or I'm at a house party and somebody's playing it in the background, I'll be like, and instead of talking to people, I'll just get some food or a beer and just watch a movie. And everybody hates it when I do that, but it's easier than socializing. And if I saw Thor: Love and Thunder on a movie in that social situation, I would sit down and watch it and I'll talk to people about it because it's terrible. But it's not like the worst movie ever made. And you know what? Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about this, Mike, at some point we probably should do a Marvel movie tier list that's all of them. We'll just do all of them and see where they fit.
Yeah, we definitely should. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that at some point. We got time. All right. Okay. Wakanda Forever. Where's it going?
All right, Wakanda Forever.
You put Thor in D.
Yes.
You put Black Widow in A.
No. Thor's in C. Thor's in C.
So Black
Eternals
Widow
is B.
Okay.
Shang-Chi
is A.
Doctor Strange, Black Widow are all A.
It's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Spider-Man's S tier.
I'm just going to say that Wakanda Forever is as good or better than Black Widow. Just going to let you just say that. Because if you put Wakanda Forever any lower than that, it's not going to make any sense.
I will say maybe I should move this up, but
you can't do that.
Wakanda Forever is C tier.
Okay, that's not true. It's just not
C tier.
Okay, that's a crazy thing.
I'm putting it in the same tier as Thor: Love and Thunder, and I'm putting it under Eternals.
Let me ask you a question. If
it was too long,
okay,
it went off the plot that I cared about for too long, took me away from characters that I was interested in seeing for too long, and had about as much Black Panther in it as Moon Knight had Moon Knight in it.
That's not a crazy thing to say. I think that Black Panther Wakanda Forever was wanted to really. I think they knew they had less Black Panther than they were going to have. And that's why they had more Namor in it. That's why Namor is such a big piece of it.
Yeah, but give me even more Namor and less Ironheart.
I kind of feel like you need to watch this again. I think,
like I said, I would like to. I think we should watch it on Disney Plus together and do something. But
we'll watch it. So when the weekend that Wakanda Forever comes on Disney Plus, which will probably be next month. We'll get some popcorn and we'll get our mics out and we'll watch it together and we'll live stream it so everybody can listen to us talk about it somehow. We can hook that up for you.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But like it's not Black Panther, the first one. If we were ranking it right now, it'd be either A or S tier.
Everybody agrees with you that the first Black Panther is better than Wakanda Forever. Because like you don't have Chadwick, and Chadwick was such a huge star. That's a massive star.
Well, I agree they were severely handicapped by that, but I think they could have done a lot better than what they did.
We could debate that a bunch.
Even if they just cut 40 minutes out of it, I think that it would have improved it a lot.
I think that you're.
Boil it down.
Okay, I think that your tier list.
Give me more flavor.
I think that your tier list is in general broken because of Black Widow. Like just automatically, that movie's in the wrong place, and that just messes up your entire.
I think if you rewatch Black Widow, you might learn to appreciate it more.
No, maybe. You know what? Maybe. Maybe. You know what? So we're getting.
It's a solid movie. It's a solid movie.
We're getting ready to go on a trip. We're going to Thanksgiving. I might have a little downtime. I might watch it. And I'm going to have some downtime coming up at some point in my life. Maybe when I retire in 10 years, 20 years now.
Okay.
Feels like 10, but
we'll revisit Black Widow in 10 years.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that'd be yeah. No, if all these movies I will watch again at some point. But if you look at my tier list and compare it to your tier list, my tier list makes way more sense.
I mean, in what way?
First of all, Black Widow is not an A tier movie. You can't compare it to Shang-Chi and
it's exactly the kind of movie I want. I loved the Black Widow movie. I loved it.
All right. So okay. You okay.
I would have loved it even better if Scarlett Johansson's character hadn't died in it, and they had done Black Widow 2, Black Widow 3. Get the guy that did Atomic Blonde involved in one of the sequels.
You know what?
Yeah.
You're not wrong that Black Widow is an okay movie. It's just it came out too late. If Black Widow would have come out earlier,
I agree with that.
Way earlier, like before Endgame, before Infinity War, I would have liked that movie better, and it probably would have gotten better received. Is the fact that character is dead.
Yeah, no doubt.
Seriously problems. Because how are you supposed to root for someone who's dead and you know they're dead? Like you know it. Like how are you going to worry about how are you going to worry they're going to do anything when they're dead? So like that's a big problem for that movie. That's interesting. Okay. All right. So
I wonder if they should have done a little bit more of passing the baton from Scarlett to Florence in that movie, if that would have made it better.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they do with Thunderbolts. I mean, Florence Pugh being in Thunderbolts is automatically going to make that movie worth watching now. I'm curious what they do. There you go. So listen, I'm going to post my tier list onto Twitter right now, even though Twitter is a dumpster fire. But I'm going to post it there anyway, so people can see it. So I won't do it right now. I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Listen.
You're going to post it to Reddit too, right?
I'm going to post it to Reddit as well, and I'm also going to post it to Mastodon if I figure out how to do that. But I'm also going to post. I'm also going to post it to my new posting. I'm going to post it onto Hive.
Yeah. Check Jay out on Hive if you can create an account there. I read an article that Hive is run by 2 college students.
Yeah, it's just 2 people running it, which is crazy right now. That's
right.
And they have millions of people on that platform.
Right.
Because everybody's like, this guy who runs Twitter right now is crazy. And hey guys, if you're an active member of Twitter right now, I need you to understand that the person who owns it is crazy. That guy's nuts. Nuts. But anyway. Okay, that's our tier list.
You got any news we can abuse?
I do have some news you can abuse. Are you ready for some news?
I'm ready for it.
All right, here you go. First up, Blade has a director, and it's back from the dead. Mahershala Ali is back attached to it. You don't have to worry about it anymore. We have a Blade movie. It is coming.
Who's the director?
Jan Damaj. He did what was it? I just saw it here. Lovecraft Country. He did that.
Oh, yeah. He directed it, or
with directorial credits in the horror miniseries Dead Set and HBO's horror show Lovecraft Country. So he directed some of them. Yeah.
Lovecraft Country was pretty well shot, but not as well shot as the first Blade movie. So that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see if he can match the level of style that Blade gave us.
I have no doubt that Disney will give him all the tools he needs to make this movie a hit, and I'm glad that they've scrapped and picked and did what they had to do to get this movie going. Because if this movie comes out and it's done well, this movie is going to be a massive, massive hit. There are huge Blade fans out there that love the original movies, so I'm hoping that they do this right. Well, fingers crossed. Next up, Mike, you almost had it, Mike. You almost had it. So close.
What?
So close. So they actually the MCU guys who did the script actually talked about replacing Black Panther with some other people.
Oh,
almost had.
Like who?
Nakia was mentioned, and also
yes.
M'Baku was also mentioned. So they
both of those would have been great. Both of those would have been great.
So they bounced it around. But there you go. So close.
Can I get a hashtag started? Like,
no, it's
kind of like do the Snyder cut, but do the
this you out there, like one of those
do the Nakia.
Yeah,
release the Nakia cut of Wakanda Forever.
You would get more hits if you took that sign out into the middle of the highway and just stood there all day. Like, seriously. Last but not least, and I think this might have some implications for us here. Disney fired their CEO and replaced him with their previous CEO.
Yeah, this is super weird.
Yeah, it is.
But their new CEO, which was their previous CEO, is only supposed to be their CEO for the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how this is going to play out. I'm not sure how much the previous CEO or the current CEO had anything to do with Marvel and stuff like that. They know that the Marvel movies make them a tremendous amount of money, so they're probably just like, don't touch it, leave it alone.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see. But it might have some implications. I don't know. We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see.
It's very interesting, but yeah, I don't really know what it would have to do with the MCU.
No.
Leave that alone.
Yeah, no, they need to just not touch it. I don't do what Elon Musk is doing. Like, it takes something that was working fine and then mess with it just because you're a small child, in a grown person's body. That's hilarious.
Right.
So Mike, let me ask you.
Like, maybe if I was him, I would improve the merch available for the MCU.
If I was him, I would probably open a new theme park somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to do it.
Right.
Like in Virginia. Actually, Virginia would be a great place for a Walt Disney World.
Virginia would be a great place, yeah.
Wow. Just take that, Disney. Yeah. As long as you do it, but you don't cut down any trees when you're building it, I approve. Because I hate cutting down trees. Mike, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You're sitting around the Thanksgiving table with your family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got your uncles and aunts and people from out of town you don't talk to very often, right? And you start talking about podcasts and Marvel movies. How do you get them to have us in their ears? How do they eat us for Thanksgiving? How do they...
This sounds like a great opportunity to just pull your phone out, start playing the podcast, and leave it on the table.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And just say, hey, let's listen to this for the rest of the meal.
I annoy everyone. I love that. It's also a good time. I mean, the share functionality of all the apps works so well. Just hit the share button and share it with all your friends.
AirDrop it.
Yeah,
AirDrop it with everybody at your Thanksgiving table.
Don't ask them. Just do it because they probably all have their Bluetooth open. So just throw it in there.
Yeah, anybody that has their phone out while you're eating Thanksgiving meal, AirDrop it to them.
Yeah, that's awesome. We have a presence on Twitter for now until it burns down to the ground. Mastodon, Instagram, YouTube, Reddit, and also at some point Hive. Well, I have a Hive presence currently, but maybe at some point we'll have Super Sideshow over there. We'll see. But yeah, you can find us in all the hot spots. And hey, guys, happy Thanksgiving! It was a rough one for me, a rough year, but we all got through it. And and this podcast was definitely a part of me getting through the year. Really appreciate you guys listening to us. Mike, what's next? What are we doing next?
Well, I really wanted to record this episode so we had something to give all of our listeners, something to listen to over Thanksgiving. I know for me, it's always great to have a new podcast to listen to at Thanksgiving. So here's our Thanksgiving gift to you. Up next, we're going to talk about the worst decisions ever made for the MCU.
I wonder what yours is going to be, Mike. I don't know what you could possibly talk about for a long period of time.
that wasn't the first thing that came to my mind when you proposed this as a topic. But yeah, I think that's going to make my list too.
Okay, maybe it'll be a tier list. Maybe we can't do a tier list for that, but it's gonna be a great conversation. I have several ideas that they've kind of messed up. It'll be fun, and I do want to do a big tier list for all the Marvel movies at some point.
Yeah, we got to do that at some point.
Maybe we'll do that for the new year. I'll do that in the new year, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it.